So I was at my friend's house, and it was like later at night and I was getting ready to leave. I have asthma, so I started to feel a little sick and like I just didn't feel well and I had a cough. But as the night persisted, we were in his room with his niece and we were all hanging out, and then I started to feel a tightness in my chest. And I couldn't breathe. I started to feel like I was going to pass out or throw up, and I felt really sick. And my parents were out, they were with friends, and so his parents didn't really know what to do, so they called an ambulance and put me in there, and I was like full-blown having an attack, could not speak, could not verbalize, nothing. So then out of habit, sometimes my friends and I, when we can't really talk in class, we'll sign to each other across the room, which we probably shouldn't, but we do. And so out of habit, I started to sign just because I couldn't talk. And the EMT said, "Oh, you're doing sign language. I know sign language. Tell me everything." So I was able to verbalize my name, my birth date, what I'm allergic to, everything. Without sign language, I really wouldn't have been able to communicate, this is what I'm allergic to, I will, go into anaphylactic shock with this. This is what I need, this is where my parents are, this is my mom's number, this is the hospital I go to. So without that, I think it would have been a really hard process to try to get all of that. And when you're having an asthma attack, seconds count. So I think being able to say this is where, I need, this is what I need, this is this and that, it was very helpful to the EMTs. And I also realized that the EMTs are really well trained in dealing with that. And I was so lucky that he knew sign language and we were able to communicate. Yeah, I took ASL from the beginning of school till April. I really loved ASL. I think I had an amazing teacher that she really made the class feel more of an environment than just another language class. I wasn't always great at languages. I never really got into Spanish or French or anything like that. So ASL was kind of a jump for me because I really wanted the whole experience, and I definitely found more of like a community with it. And I think she did a really good job of explaining that it's not just a language, it's a lifestyle, and she did a really good job with that. And I had friends in the class, so we really enjoyed it, and we use it to this day even though we're not all in that class anymore. We just sign across the classroom, or it's still fun to use. I do. I think that I did want to go on to ASL 2, but my schedule didn't allow it. But I think that I have a very good ground level of it just because I really wanted to dive into it more, and I wanted to be able to do that. One of my friends is actually deaf, and so I met her over the summer, and out of ASL we could kind of communicate, and as I started doing more of it, it started to get better. And with her, we learn stuff every day with her. So it's really cool to be able to have a one-on-one conversation and not feel like she doesn't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I definitely would. I think that I was always one of those kids that never really liked language class, and I always just felt like it was just a lot of memorization, and when am I ever going to use this? And I'm proof that you do use the languages that you learn, because without it I probably would have had a really bad experience with the EMT. So I definitely think that ASL is not just another language that you take just to graduate. It's really a lifestyle, and you get into it and you really enjoy the class, and Miss Nelson does an amazing job of teaching it, so I really recommend it.